Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about billing accounts for cloud computing. Now, this is where basically you are tying some kind of a fund, like a credit card or a bank account or something like that, to Google Cloud or whatever cloud provider you are using. And what this is going to do is it will enable whatever host you have to charge whatever your fund is anytime you do something in the cloud. Now, the next video will actually be showing you all some of the costs of cloud computing. Um, and the forewarning is that everything that you do in the cloud has a cost. So be sure that you are aware of that and that you keep up on billing. And what we're going to be looking at today is how to do that. So without further ado, let's go and check some things out here in Google Cloud. So let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. Now, homepage of Google Cloud. Again, AWS, Azure will have a different interface for this, but there should be a billing page in there that shows you how much you're being charged monthly, what funds you may have remaining, so on and so forth. So let's start here. Now, again, you should all have received cloud credits at this point if you're registered for the course with me. You get $50 of free credits for the semester. I'm going to keep saying this over and over and over again because students always ignore me on this. If you run out of credits, talk to me and I will get you more. You should not have to pay for anything in this course. If you're not taking this class and you stumble across it on YouTube, you're on your own. Check the Google free tier because you can do a lot of this stuff as well for free. Um, but what you do once you have put in that credit information is that you get $50 of free credit applied to your account. It's going to automatically create a project for you. And the way things work here is that you would create a project. So again, we have our project here, which if you've done the first web, you've renamed it to main project. But basically, you're going to tie a project to a billing account. So what I've done here is I clicked new project because let's say I want to do something for one of my other classes, or I have a crazy zany product idea I want to work on. So let's call this crazy zany project idea. Sure. All right, so here's our new project, and we see that we have to tie it to a billing account. All right, so these are different fund sources that you would specify. And if you're in a production, a work environment, you may have different funding sources. Maybe you have to tie a project to a billing account or something like that. If you're just using this by yourself, for the class, you're tying it to your credits account that you have received. If you're not in the class, you're tying it to a credit card. Again, do not put your credit card in for this if you are taking this class with me. Organization, we don't have to worry about here because we don't really have any set up for us. But anything I do for Crazy Zany Project Idea would be charged to billing account for education. Let's say that I'm doing something for my graphics course, right? We're all hosting our graphics applications on Google Cloud's web servers. I charge it to that account, then that account would start draining once I start adding resources, right? So make sure that you know what is tied to which account. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this out because we don't need it. The thing to really highlight here today, though, is that on this home page, we have a little card for billing, right? So this is something that you really need to keep an eye on, especially if you're using real money for this. So you will see what the costs are. You'll see what is being charged to you. You will see exactly what is going on with your account. Now, I will give you a little bit of a story from before, maybe 2 years ago. I started seeing charges in my personal banking statement from Google Cloud. Well, I put my credit card in a long time ago to do something. Um, and once my credits drained, it started draining out that credit card statement. So it is possible to work that back if it's an accidental screw up. But again, don't put your credit card in for this class because you don't want to start seeing charges that you don't need to necessarily pay. But in here, in Google Cloud, right, let's get rid of these filters for now. I have not really done anything in here yet to really necessitate charges, but I can see, exactly what's going on. So here I have a compute engine instance running at approximately 50 cents per hour, right? I can see a cost table breakdown of everything that I am doing, right? So compute engine, It's currently in the free tier. I'm not doing anything with it, so I'm not being charged for it. But if I had multiple virtual machines, I would start seeing monthly cost breakdowns of what I'm being charged for. Right, so kind of the key takeaway with this is just stay on top of your billing, right? Again, everything in Google Cloud will charge something to your account, whether it's free or not. It's always good to keep an eye on this, especially if you're doing this for a real world application. Let's go to a different billing account. I have an old research project here where I don't have anything happening. And actually, it seems to have deleted everything. But let's go, yeah, it's because it's for 2021. I want to go to year to date. So that's going to be today since it's the first. Let's go from, say, 2018, November 2018 to today. Okay. You didn't click. Let's just type it. All right, so I spent 250 approximate dollars in credits, and then I also got charged 15 bucks a month. Right, so I can very quickly see what is happening with my account. Now, what did I have going on? Well, I had a project where I basically had cloud functions running, I had virtual machines running, um, basically running a lot of Python applications to do a lot of calculations, and I can see the cost very quickly in here. So there's not really a whole lot of things that you have to worry about too much, other than just making sure that you stay on top of billing. I mean, the reason why this gets an entire video is that cloud computing costs are something that people can very easily forget exist. But again, anytime you do something, you will have a charge associated with it. So just make sure that you are aware of that. And if I look here in my printable report, okay, I had a pub sub application, meaning I'm doing some kind of Internet of Things data. I've got virtual machines crunching numbers. I've got storage to host that. And then I've got, probably hard to see because my face is blocking it, but I've got 1 to 131 rows of things being charged to my account. So just be sure that you keep an eye on your billing platform page and life should be good. Summarize one last time, do not put personal credit card information into here if you can avoid it. If you, again, just make sure that you stay on top of your billing accounts, make sure that you know exactly what you're being charged, disable APIs that you don't use, only have the things on that you need to have on. And again, I'm going to try to reiterate this every time. If you're creating virtual machines, shut them down when you're done. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to email me, contact me in Discord, whatever you need to do. But make sure you stay on top of your billing. You'll have a much happier cloud experience if you do. All right. Bye, everybody.